Almost forgot to press unmute. I'm live again. As you can see, I'm going to do something different now, so I can finish that before AnimeCon. These swords have been hand painted, and now I need to add some gemstones to them, and I need a drop of resin for that. Made little sets. Right, those are there. First thing I need to do is add a drop of resin. And this is very nasty, hard resin. But you know me, I dislike waste, so I use it for little things like this. Haven't really found good resin yet. Get stuck, get stuck. There we go. Still printing green, by the way. There was still way more on the roll than I expected, but the other roll is ready. Nice bit in the center. There we go. And then these ones, it's a bit more tricky to get these ones. They're bigger than the other ones, but this is the smallest purple ones I have. Okay. And it's now in a little, what I call UV oven. Just a nail dryer. These need tape on the back as well, so I can put some resin in the wings. I just use cheap tape for this. Doesn't leave around that much damage. And while the other ones are baking, I'm gonna fill these with resin. When did I get that bread? And keeping an eye on my 3D printer, of course. Usually I let it cure in the sun, but you know, good lighting means no sun present. But that also means you're time to work with the resin. Tiny wings are the trickiest. And I am also gonna use nail varnish. This is one. I did this for another pair of wings as well. These are freebie wings because if you remember the wings, they're from the series Witch. Every witch is gonna have open wings and as in hold with holes, and closed wings, but of course I like the open wings best. Okay. These should be dry by now, or cured as they say. See, I just missed a spot. Not done with the resin yet. It should be workable again. Testing. Yep, quite hard. Nice. And I should have a more or less flat surface now for it to rest on. Not yet. Needs a little bit higher. First I need to clear up this drop. And yes, still keeping an eye on my 3D print. It does seem that the windows I created are too small to be printed, which is fine. It's a miniature. This shows how big the castle is going to be. Right, this isn't hardened yet, which is... No, it is hardened. Is this flat already? Almost. Where's my tweezers? Anything? Tweezers are right here. Slightly more balanced. This is absolutely not balanced. This is balanced, more or less. Getting there, getting there. It's falling off. Okay. This one can go and do the big oven for curing. Wind should be soon done as well. Let's see. No. Just fill the hole here. And I know I always said I would create different swords, all unique. but I want these free themed as streamers and a bit of music. So they are not sister swords like I created before. They are individual swords. But it is a bit of a theme. Need to be careful, needs to be centered. So if I'm a bit out of focus, that means I'm in focus. I'm gonna see how the streams look on YouTube. So if the connection is a bit wobbly at the moment, you know what the reason is. Okay, YouTube has hairpins and printing in the corner, and Twitch has the same. And let's see if wait, this should be cured by now. So let's lower the microphone slightly. This should be able to. There we go. Lower, 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 and should be here. And then my pop screen. There went my pop screen. Oh wait, this only has one placement for the pop screen. Oi. Well, putting it back where it was. There we go. Lower. Okay, so this sword is also done. Yes, it's slightly. Oh, wait. I can fix it. I can fix it because it isn't cured well, which is fine in this case. Because it wasn't centered. And now I can redo that because I thought it was cured, but it was not. Okay, now I'm stuck. I think I'm gonna first cure this. So I have a more solid base to work on. still be uncured resin on here. Come on. Okay. Also, there you solid enough. Doesn't need much. I hope anyway. Slightly. No, other way. This is very tedious work. You have to be very close. Okay, this should be cured enough. Yep, to go to the oven. These still need sunlight to cure. Yeah, these still very sticky. It's gonna take a while before these are cured, these wings. I know. That's why we have my little oven. I'm just gonna put them in a sunny place in my studio, and then next time they should be cured. Okay, final one. I want the gemstone down. First we need to create a little base. It is very clear resin, so you barely see that there's a layer on top of everything. Yep. Drop here. A little on top here. No, needs a little bit more height. This is too low. Not completely fully cured yet, but that's okay. That's something I can work with. Is it flat? Pretty much. Center yet? No, 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 no. Come back. Just needs to be cured enough to put it in the oven. And not a real oven, a UV oven. There's enough resin to really keep it solid on there. I'm not worried about that. Of course, this isn't a challenge. Okay. This one is ready for sun curing. This isn't going anywhere. And I can already put the charms on there. It's also done for sun curing. And this one goes into the oven. With the wings that are not ready for sun curing yet. They're still too sticky. Right. These are the only 3 sorts I have extra for Animecon. So I have gunmetal and silver. Not too silver. Let's start with the gunmetal one. A long one. And there's a long one. Do I have a short one? Only. Oh wait, this is a long one and a short air one. No, there's both same length. I only have long ones. Actually, I do. That's fine. This is again very tedious work, so if I'm out of frame, I'm sorry, but I need to see this. I have eyes, and they are needed. And that's one. Bit tricky to show that because it's so small. The resin isn't fully cured yet. I'll just put it in the house where there's sunlight. And it's done for Animecon. Don't worry about that. Yeah, well, that's one way. I know there are tools to make this easier. I just don't have those. Okay. And then long one. Still keeping an eye on my 3D printer. Okay, and then I need you. Creating these swords is not hard. You just need a lot of supplies and make sure you don't fall into the same patterns over and over, which I sometimes do. And this one is done. It's a bit tricky to show because it focuses on the back. Focus on my hand. And the thing on top of my hand. See? It's done. Put them in a jar for safekeeping. Okay. Now I need to close this one because I don't need this anymore, and I kept it open and I tend to tip things over. Well, this one should be done for sun curing. Considering I don't need those at the moment. This is a long one and this is a long one. We'll just take two long ones again. Wait. How about I already prepare for the next one? Thing is, I'm right-handed and I'm not very handy with my left. So I just missed one right hand. If you ever buy a sword of mine and for some reason the charms let loose and you still have that charm, I'm most willing to fix it for free. Most of the times it's just opening a shackle and putting it back in. I always have tongs with me. So I'm always willing to fix them if needed. Unless it has resin, because that one needs a little bit more time. But if you do let me know it, then I might be able to take the resin along. Okay. The microphone is going to be the pink one. No, don't fall, don't fall. Keep on staying here. Okay. Second one, done. Painting the hilt takes this part takes the longest considering how much paint you need and the UV curing. That takes the longest. I still have a couple left from last time I created them. Okay. Almost done. I really, this is very tiring for my back, for my everything, technically. And after AnimeCon, I'm going to create a couple more swords again. At least if I sold a few. I do like making these swords, and sometimes they just sell like hotcakes. Then I'm out the first day. And sometimes they don't. And then I have leftovers. Really depends on the public, time of year. And the design just has to call you. That's something people don't understand. It's the yes, that's it. People who buy my swords pretty much fall in love with them. And sometimes they have a difficulty choosing. Like, I want to buy one, but which ones? See, done. 40 minutes. Putting on charms and adding charms, and the rest is going to be some curing. Okay, so that's done as well. Clean up a bit. I think there's time for one more stream after this. But I am getting close to having to change my filament. This time for reals. And I wanted to decorate this keycap. This is a keycap. For if you have a keycap that can be changed for your board, it has been painted on the inside so that the color may stay nicely. If you're wondering if it's blue or purple, the answer is yes. It's both. And I have some nail decorations here. Let's first pick out which I'm gonna use. Because this is teeny tiny. And thus far, I'm still learning, so the first few keycaps are just for me. Good, I wanted to anyway. And there's a little bit of a dot in this one. I think it's what was not intended to be in here. Looks like a little bit of trash, but it is something I want to use. And I thought I saw a second one. There you are. No, not you. There, you. I want you. Ah! Lost it again. There we go. 2 dots. Looks like it was something like trash or something like that, but I like it. There we go. So this needs to go off for now. Add a little bit of resin on top. I have keycaps without the cross in the center. Another reason why these are my personal ones at the moment. And some extra resin on top, so it will stay. You need to level it up before you put it underneath the UV. These are practice ones, not ready for sale just yet. And then when I'm done practicing, I'm gonna grab the other ones that are a bit more suitable for such work into the oven. How far along are you? Should be able to unplug it, untape it. Does need some more drying time. Yeah, it's still sticky, so that's the first that it ripped, or yeah. Okay. It needs to be tossed. And I noticed that this is a hole. So let's see if I can plug that with. As soon as I remember the nail varnish. And I'm keeping an eye on my 3D printer because the roll is almost empty. This is the quick drying kind, so I'm just plugging the hole. The store that sold this nail varnish is out of business, the Big Bazaar. And at the end they only had the clear ones and no longer the quick drying ones. It does take a while to dry because it's so thick. It's not coming through, so. Now, and if you want to see the end result, I'm going to grab one. This was the end result with the translucent wings. Magnet, of course. Of course, the magnet was not high enough, so I had to add a little bit of wood behind it, but the wings are translucent. And yes, this is a freebie because this is Will from Witch. So these wings are gonna be that as well, but it's gonna take a while before it's dry. And for my other keycap, I want some more things and I need to grab those. So that's something for the next stream after the filament switch, which is coming closer. Is it gonna be this stream? I'm almost out of my quick dry nail varnish. I'm honestly watching filament be pulled. There's not much I can do at the moment. Anything I need to grab is a little bit further away, so that's the other keycap I'm gonna do. And then I'm gonna see what else is dry for a last time. I need to log into this anyway. Pardon me. I can clean this one up. And I can clean this one up. This is do not toss it because it's way too tiny. Okay, watching the final spiral going in. And then it still has, I think it's about a meter left. Like I said, the windows are very tiny. Not at all as intended, but you know, it's miniature, so it makes sense. Did a lot of moss painting. This one's dripping through now. That was to be expected. Nope, the keycap is still sticky. The sun is the best way to cure things. But you know, kind of no sun, or at least not enough. And yes, I still have plenty to paint. Some for this year, some for the other years. I really dislike this waiting bit. Okay, which one was dripping through? This one. This too gets spray varnish, and then it will look all nicely. How far along are you? And then I can color it. And yes, I use Copic. Because, you know, it works. Maybe I can start painting these wings. This one's done, by the way. These one are getting there. I think I need to give them black lines. Same with these. I think that might be done then. So let's grab that. Let's finish up these wings. Again, very terrible paint I tried to use. Not everything's going to be painted for release. Filament is now flowing. Those are the shorts, freebies for May. So I'm going to switch cameras first. And then I'm going to end this stream and be ready for the other one. And it's also going to be my break. So I'm going to close down, restart. So 5 minutes.